Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So what is happening to the price of XRP? Stefan Hubert here saying, I want to know who's buying XRP right now. I mean, whoever is doing it is certainly not doing it because of positive sentiment. So we have seen XRP explode essentially overnight. This is the XRP chart, and as of yesterday evening, Eastern Standard Time, we saw XRP go from about 68 cents to 77 cents. Right now, XRP is trading at 76.8, and so take a look at that. Moving up, blasting past this resistance level, 76 cents, now aiming to hit 81 cents, which would bring it above this level here. So what's going on, guys? Because when we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin not really performing in the same manner, although Bitcoin is doing fairly well, $42,600. It's nothing to scoff at. But what's going on for XRP? I mean, taking a look at the coin market cap, we can see all the other altcoins here up by a little bit. So Bitcoin's up by 2.6, Ethereum up 1.8, we got BNB up 2.0, but take a look at XRP right now, up 15%. So there are a few others that are up, Shiba Inu up 22.6, but you know, of the top 10 coins, XRP is the anomaly. So I'm sure if you're an XRP hodler, you want to know why it's pumping like this. I mean, we don't usually see this. We usually tend to see all cryptocurrencies pump in the market at the same time at roughly the same rates. Usually when you see outliers pump like this, there is something going on. So there is a lot of speculation right now in the space. Let's just bring up the XRP chart again real quick. Hitting 80 cents, that is going to be, like I said, that is going to be that next challenge. And you know, even this structure in here, if I throw it on the 30-minute time frame, this is all looking very positive, right? Slow retracements, making mini bullish candlesticks along the way. Even if I put it on the 5-minute, you can probably see that a little better here. Yeah, higher lows, right? On the 5-minute, higher lows, higher highs, which is always what we want to see. So what is going on here, guys? I got this from Mac Attack XRP here on Twitter. XRP will explode after the Ripple SEC lawsuit. You will be too late if you wait for an outcome. Now, this was an interview that was recently done by Thinking Crypto. He interviewed Credible Crypto, a popular synonymous crypto analyst and trader. He has predicted that the price of XRP is poised to explode once the lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC has concluded. So we have been getting some updates with regard to the Ripple SEC lawsuit. It sounds as though the judge will likely come to some sort of verdict, or at least give us some clues as to where this lawsuit is going to go. So, you know, some people here suggesting that the price is going up because unofficial insiders know what's going to happen. So Bod Spencer here saying, you know, clerks, secretaries, and other inside coworkers, insider trading before settlement is announced to the public perhaps. Jeremy Hogan said this always happens in these cases. Interhomes Online saying, we bought 20,000 XRP last Friday, and we don't care what's the news. We use it for its use case. So XRP Mank down here saying you guys need to promote this more. Buying houses using XRP, great idea. Instant settlement and avoiding excessive fees. Junior Demas down here saying that is a good point because, like Crypto Hulk 2 said, OG's already bought the dip when it based in the 20s. We don't chase dips anymore, just waiting for liftoff. Once XRP gets the signal from the tower, then she can taxi and then lift off to see all the money. So this is ultimately what a lot of us are waiting for now. And so speculation perhaps that the lawsuit is coming to a close. Could this be the pre-pump? Similar to what we saw, I don't know if you guys remember, but similar to what we saw back in, where was it? It was here, February 1st, there was the pump group, the pump group that was insisting, look, let's all buy XRP on the same day. What had happened was people were front loading this. The price went up a few days before the pump group was going to start, and then sure enough on the 1st, this was the 1st, and the price just plummeted because everybody was front loading that. So could we be seeing something similar right now? It is a possibility. Anyway, back to this Thinking Crypto article. He said, and this was noted before we saw that move from the 60s to the 70s, he said, XRP is one that doesn't look great right now. I think we're probably going to go for these lows here, and he says he was assuming back into the 50s, and push into this weekly level of demand that we have here. The point I really wanted to make was down here. The reason why I still hold such a massive amount of XRP despite the sluggish price action is that I now kind of see it as a hedge against the rest of the market. So that's another good point here, right? The rest of the market, well, we aren't seeing lawsuits for all these other companies. XRP is the only company that is in court right now with the SEC. And, that is a bittersweet pill to swallow. If you hold XRP, you may not have seen those gains that all those other altcoins saw in this rally that ended in April. But the positive side to this, Incredible Crypto explains this, if the SEC lawsuit ends, and I think it will, I don't know when, but I think it will end ultimately favorably for Ripple and XRP. And when it does end, XRP will essentially be the only crypto asset with regulatory clarity in the United States. So that will be huge for so many reasons. American traders will be able to purchase XRP. I mean, we're assuming that the relistings will come once we get that clarity in the United States, and then price will really shoot up. So are we seeing some kind of front-loading activity right now? I mean, it is a possibility. Another sign that I wanted to point to, this is old news, so this is coming from Stéphane Hubert, but it's a really important piece of information I think we should consider. Remember that old news on which SBI CEO confirmed that Ripple is considering to move its headquarters to Japan? You can guess 10 times why this has never been an issue again. And so this article was just that from a year ago. SBI Holdings CEO Yoshitaka Kitao has reportedly confirmed that Ripple is considering Japan as one of its headquarters. This from a year ago at the beginning of the lawsuit, the SEC lawsuit, yet we have not heard any murmurings since. And so, Frank Goes to Hollywood still wondering, what do you mean by that, Stéphane? And Stéphane just explaining here, because they know they are safe. So was it all talk? Did Ripple know this all along? Or are they slowly realizing, yeah, we've got such a good case, we are going to blow the SEC out of the water, XRP is going to get that clarity, and now we're really coming to the end, and this is why we're seeing XRP price start to move. It is certainly another possibility. I also just wanted to bring you guys this from Benjamin S. here on Twitter. U.S. lawmakers introduce Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act. So here's some more cryptocurrency rules, tax clarity news, I suppose you could call it, in the United States. So this is a bill. U.S. lawmakers introduce Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act to boost cryptocurrency use for payments. Several U.S. lawmakers have introduced the Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act to strengthen the legitimacy of cryptocurrency in our digital economy. The bill also aims to expand the use of cryptocurrencies for payment. So we are seeing more and more of these types of bills being introduced. And that also leads me to believe that we are moving into a cryptocurrency, at least the financial system, moving into a cryptocurrency integrated direction. So Representatives Suzanne Delbene and David Schweikert introduced the Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act of 2022 on Thursday. The bipartisan bill is co-sponsored by Congressman Darren Soto and Tom Emmer. The bill would create a workable structure for taxing purchases made with virtual currency, also known as cryptocurrency. The lawmakers explain it will also expand the use of cryptocurrency for payments and further strengthen the legitimacy of virtual currency in our digital economy. The current legislation states that any crypto gains must be reported as taxable income, regardless of the size or purpose of the transaction. The lawmakers stressed, emphasizing that this includes purchases as small as buying a cup of coffee, asserting that this existing law makes the everyday use of virtual currencies near impossible, discouraging people from using it, and inhibiting the growth of our digital economy. So these guys are tasked with such a delicate subject, with such a delicate challenge here, which is how do you make that cryptocurrency law make sense in terms of, well, you can't just make money and not be taxed on it. So we have to tax you in some kind of capacity, but we can't go overboard because then you will just not use this emerging technology, which we know is being rolled out around the world. And so the United States, they do not want to, and for all intents and purposes, cannot be left behind. So this is something else that I thought I'd bring to your attention. Wanted to thank Benjamin S. for pointing us to that. Also, this, guys, just another update from some labs. This coming from Vechain. Simple XRP ledger transaction exporting. There is now an X app for that thanks to XRPL 365. So there is a new app, this posted by Some Wallet. A new X app, as it's called, in the View More X app options in your Some Wallet. If you guys are using Some Wallet, this X app fetches your transactions from the XRP ledger as whatever happens in Some happens on the XRPL and allows you to filter and download in CSV/JSON for reporting. So for those of you guys who use the Some app for those transactions and want a quick way to export your transactions, now there's a feature in the Some app for tax purposes. Vechain here giving some instructions. If you click on this link here, you can scan this with your Some wallet and it will bring you to the proper resources. So I will link this tweet in the description. Just thought I'd bring that to your attention for those of you guys using the Some wallet. Real quickly here too, for those of you guys invested in Vechain, I should probably let you know Tim Draper who has a $1.5 billion net worth, has Vechain as a portfolio company as part of his fund Draper Dragon. So boom, Tim Draper, one of those guys, the smart money, investing in Vechain, adding it as part of his Draper Dragon fund. Jim Breyer, with a $2.7 billion net worth, has Vechain as a portfolio company as part of Breyer Capital. As the old saying goes, follow the smart money. And so this just retweeted out by Eisenrich here on Twitter, and just showing you Draper Dragon, Hodl Vet High Safel Draper Dragon. Just a bit of an advertisement there. You can see Tim Draper here as part of that event. So interesting news for Vechain hodlers. I mean, we haven't heard much about Vechain as of late. It is also rallying somewhat alongside the rest of the market. I mean, I'm sure we will see some more gains for that particular cryptocurrency once we see this altcoin season really ramp up. But in the meantime, some interesting news there from the Vechain Community Hub. And for those of you guys in contact with Bitcoin maxis who still really just don't get it, I saw this from Stéphane Hubert. Now guys, this was directly from the IMF. Okay, I want to reiterate this because the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, a very influential global body, deep ties and connections with central banks, and the World Economic Forum. Well, Stéphane Hubert posted this: Ripple and XRP are a scam, in quotes, of course. This is what was posted on the IMF's website. There is a link here to that source if you guys are interested in this PDF specifically. Now, from what I understand, this is an older PDF. Nevertheless, it does really hit home some important points with regards to partnerships like, for example, Standard Chartered, Westpac, Santander, the Royal Bank of Canada, Bank of America, and MUFG Bank. These are all heavy hitters in their respective countries. And this is the RippleNet Advisory Board and Rulebook. So this is a PDF put out by Ripple transforming global payments, and it is listed directly on the IMF's website. The one thing that Stéphane Hubert wanted to point out here, regulatory and policy engagement. So this is a screen grab from that PDF. The Bank of England Accelerator Program, Ripple was selected to inform the next generation of RTGS payment infrastructure. Also, the Fed, the Federal Reserve, Faster Payments, Ripple was selected to serve on the steering committee of this industry strategic initiative. The Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority Infrastructure Innovation Partnership for Financial Institutions to leverage Ripple for cross-border payments. And the International Monetary Fund, Ripple was selected to serve on the IMF's high-level advisory group on fintech. So another document here linked in this tweet that we should make note of: the Internet of Value enabling the world to move money like information moves today. Guys, this is the global plan. And although we have not seen XRP move at the rate that it should be moving as of now, it's because although we are seeing XRP and value moving through the XRP token in other countries through ODL corridors, we're just not seeing it at that scale that the IMF, the World Bank, and other organizations foresee in the coming decade. Remember, 2020 to 2030, this is supposed to be an era of change, not just for political and social reasons, but also for the financial framework. Remember, this all stems from the idea that the current financial system is in trouble, and they want to revamp, the powers that be, want to revamp that entire system so that all the money, and this is just one part of it, so that all that money moves through cryptocurrencies like XRP. Which brings me to this, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman, this JP Morgan report asks the question many have about Ripple and XRP. And they get the name wrong, but let's forgive them for that. Given Metcalfe's law and the power of the network, why is XRP so correlated with BTC? Also notes most crypto loans are taken to buy back more crypto. So this is linked here at privatebank.jpmorgan.com. So an official document from JP Morgan that was just put out recently. I believe it was February 5th. And they ask that question, that same question. Maybe I should explain what Metcalfe's law is. Well, it's the network effect, the same thing that Brad Garlinghouse has explained as some of his talking points. The fact that a network has to grow. I mean, if you have one telephone, how valuable is that network really? But if you have two telephones and then 5 telephones and then 10, 20, 100, 1,000, 10,000 telephones, well then more people who use telephones can call other people using telephones, and then that network becomes more valuable based on that calculation. And there's a mathematical calculation that explains how valuable the network will be. I don't want to get into the math, but that's essentially what Metcalfe's law is. And so this JP Morgan report talks about this. Some unanswered remittance questions, the ripple effect. Ripple reported 5-fold growth in remittance transactions between 2019 and 2020. But if that's the case, why is Ripple still trading so closely with Bitcoin as shown below? So what they are asking here is, the XRP price, and now it's a bit of an anomaly today because we aren't actually seeing XRP trading in correlation with Bitcoin, at least not on the micro trend, but they're looking at the macro trend. Why is this the case? Why is XRP still trading commensurate to Bitcoin if indeed there is utility? Wouldn't Ripple's separate and distinct use case result in a separate and distinct return profile from Bitcoin? It has not so far. From what we can tell, Ripple has been working with banks to help them build infrastructure to make cross-border payments, but few are using Ripple's actual cryptocurrency to execute them. Stéphane Hubert coming right out and saying, well, this is a tinfoil hat theory. Bots are trading XRP Bitcoin pairs relation to prevent the impression of the XRP price being correlated with the efforts of Ripple, which could also explain why every spike after news that is above the ratio is immediately sold off again. Interesting theory. Wrath Economy here saying there are bots that do just that. Trade the XRP BTC pair for sure. Who is behind them and their intention is another issue, of course. Tipsy Tiger down here saying until utility becomes a serious percent of the DLT, speculative traders still dictate price. I've never really understood Metcalfe's law being applied to XRP. Wouldn't a couple of commercial banks using XRP to settle between each other be just as powerful as thousands of retail? That's an interesting question too. I could see this. I could actually see the XRP BTC pairs being traded on exchanges for sure. But we just are, I think ultimately we just aren't seeing the volume. I know that a lot of these ODL corridors, they exist, and we are seeing ODL flourish around the world, yet we are not seeing that demand for XRP quite yet on the market. But once there is clarity, guys, I think that is all going to change. I think the United States being the biggest economy in the world, once we see clarity, once Ripple can roll out in the US, we know how much business the US does with the rest of the world. I think that that essentially will give more, even if it isn't American FIs, it'll give the rest of the world more confidence, I think, to start integrating into RippleNet's system. I don't actually think there is a lot of XRP utility today to dictate those prices. And so that's what I think with regards to JP Morgan's question. However, the real utility, guys, I think it is just around the corner. I do think the SEC verdict is going to play a very, very important role in this. I think many people realize this. I think the writing is on the wall. XRP trading up 15% compared to single-digit gains for the rest of the market. And don't forget, guys, Ripple and XRP, their mandate, their MO, their goal from the beginning was moving all the money. And so this from Panos, crypto will become a $100 trillion asset class in the next decade, and nobody can stop it. This tech is essentially disrupting most of the industries and sectors worldwide and will eventually affect everybody's lives. Everything will eventually be tokenized. Don't stay behind. And so if Ripple is targeting all the money, guys, remember XRP was created to basically convert any asset, whether that's precious metals, equities, bonds, real estate, crypto, fiat, whatever, from point A to point B in a matter of seconds, very cheaply and efficiently. So you got to think, if the market is only at $2.5 trillion and we're looking for that to go up 40 or 50-fold in the coming decade, think how much more valuable the XRP network will be, and think of how high the price of XRP can actually go once that is the case. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.